Hey guys, and welcome back to the Walking Dead project, and in this episode we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 16A. It is the finale. Let's go. Okay guys, this video will contain spoilers if you haven't seen The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 16, the finale of Season 4. Okay, so, just a little warning there. Okay, this episode, I enjoyed this episode. I liked this episode. It was pretty cool. It was pretty intense. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time I was watching it. I'm just like, oh my god, did he really just do that? That's just crazy, okay? Some of the stuff happened in this episode was pretty damn crazy, okay? Okay, the main point of the objective and the characters that were focused on in this episode was Rick, Carl, and Michonne, okay? And as it progressed, they were like on a campsite, okay? And people have been calling this group the Marauders, like Joe, the group Daryl's with, and such. Okay, anyway, it's a way they set this out, okay? So, anyway, the Marauders ambush Rick and that and put a gun to Rick's head. And this crazy ass fat dude is just like eyeing off Carl and all this shit. And they're just like beating people. And then Daryl walks out and says, stop, these are nice people. And he says, you want to taste blood? You want blood? You want to see blood and all that? And he's like, here. Hit me. And he's just like, shh, kill me and stuff. And then they're just like, okay, boys, teach him a lesson. Because, they have their rules. And yeah, they beat Daryl down. Anyway, Carl's getting really assaulted on the ground. This guy's dragged him out of the car. This fat guy with a knife. He's like assaulting him. And Michonne's getting kicked and pushed to the ground. It's hold there with guns. And Rick, oh my god, he stands up. He like headbutts Joe and then stands up and like a big sucker punch to his face, and Joe just comes back with another one, knocks him on the ground. He gets up, and then he bear hugs him. Joe bear hugs him, okay? And this is where shit gets really, really real, okay? Rick bites and rips the flesh off the side of his neck and kills Joe. Bites him on the neck and rips the flesh off the side of his... Oh my... That was crazy. The way they did it in slow motion, it was just like... He's like, what are you gonna do now? You got nothing. He's just like... And just like... slowly ripping it off. And then he turns and he's just like... He just spits it out all over the place, everywhere. And I'm just like... Holy god. That is so sick. We've never seen that before. Anyway, then that's where they get the upper hand, and just like a boom, boom, and then they get that guy up, the guy that was assaulting Carl, and I think it was Michonne, and then Rick's like, no, he's mine. He gets a knife, he just and just absolutely murders this poor, this terrible rapist, this poor guy. Okay, he's just hammering into him, and while he's doing this, it goes to a scene of Carl just staring. It's just like a just crazy stuff, brother? Anyway, that was one of the really cool scenes. I was really happy about that. Anyway, let's fast forward a little bit, and we go to Terminus. Okay, Terminus, okay? Those who arrive survive for about, maybe 5 minutes, and then, shit happens. Anyway, they arrive, okay? And what they do, Rick being very smart, he puts all his weapons and buries them outside the gates of Terminus. And then they proceed to enter in. Okay, with Daryl as well. Daryl goes with them. And yeah. So then they climb over and they sneak in the back way. And then we hear the chick. She's just like, Terminus. And she's like, doing a radio broadcast or something. And, just to alert people. Like we saw earlier in Season 4 where Daryl and that were going on a run. And they heard it on the radio. Anyway. They're greeted by Gareth. Yep. The new guy, Gareth. Okay, and he says, okay, basically, put down your weapons, I want to see all your weapons, and he's just like, yeah, they pat him down to make sure, and this guy cracks a joke at Daryl, he's like, because Daryl's got a black eye and all that, and he's like, I hate to see the other guy. That's pretty funny, and they're just patting him down, nothing too serious there, and yeah, it seems pretty legit, and then they're just giving them their stuff, and then they, like, walk out, and it's just like, this ugly guy, he'll take you outside, and yeah, you get the stuff there, and then they meet Mary that we saw in the last episode. Don't know about her. Anyway, we get out there, and it's like they fix them up some lovely food. Sorry, fuck that food, It just looks so... Ugh. Well, now we know. Now we know that food isn't what it seems anyway. It's just like we thought it was going to be anyway. But anyway, when we get out there, Rick looks around. I believe he sees a orange bag. Is that Bob's bag? And it's just like flash. Then it goes to a guy wearing armor, and that's the stuff Glenn, which he gave to Eugene, was wearing. And he's just like, and then he sees a chick wearing the poncho, and he's just like, and then I think he sees Glenn's watch, the watch Herschel gave him, and then he's like, hands him this food, and he's just like, no bitch, and he slaps that shit down, and he's just like, wraps him around, and he got a gun to his head, and he's just like, where'd you get the watch from, mate? And he's just like, oh, take it easy, and they got snipers on the roof, and it's just like, and Gareth comes out, and he's just like, whoa man, calm the fuck down. And next minute there's a big gunfight. It's just like everyone's going nuts and shooting everyone, and I don't think anyone died. And then it's very smart by the sanctuary people, because what they were doing is they were driving them into the area where they hold the people. So they were closing doors and all that, and they were forcing them into this area, like they were running, because they were running. We go past a little nice place of bones, look like spines. So yeah, that pretty much determines that these people do eat people, and they are the hunters, if that's their name. Now, it was a lovely spin-off because, you know, the hunters were not as advanced as these guys were. These guys had a whole concentration camp going here. Hey, it was people. It was like all these dead bodies everywhere in this whole area. It was a whole concentration camp devoted to just eating people. It was pretty. It was a nice, very efficient layout. What they had. It was really good from what we saw anyway. Oh god, you know, never trust signs you see in a zombie apocalypse. You know, those who arrive will not survive. Anyway, they get driven into this area, and then they're just like. And then all these people jump up into the fences and just like, drop your weapons and, you know, all that crap. And they get forced into this giant meat container. Is that what it was? It was one of those big shipping containers. Or in a certain order, I don't know. And he just walks in, and then it's like, out of the shadows, it's just like, and it's Glenn. He's like, Rick, is that you? And he's just like, you're here. You're here. And then like, they all walk forward. And it's just like, oh, they are alive, okay. Because, you know, they're wearing their clothes, maybe they'd be dead. No, not yet. Anyway, Abraham doesn't take a liking to Rick that much, and all that stuff, who cares about them, really? They're not going to last long anyway. So then we go, oh yeah, then they move forward, and Rick's going to be like, well, aren't they going to feel stupid? Is that what he says? Something like that? Because they're messing with the wrong people. And then it goes black, it's like, phew, and it's like on FX, wasn't that a great episode of The Walking Dead, and all that. He's like, but don't worry, the story isn't over. The Walking Dead returns on October, season 5, and I'm just like, oh my god, what a cliffhanger. I wanted to see what happened, hey. We don't even know what's happened to Tyrese or Carol yet, hey. They're still out there somewhere, and we don't know where they are, hey. We don't know if they're alive. We've got Judith. We don't know. We didn't know what Rick was going to do. Hey, they would be. I want to see. They were going to open that door, and they was going to go full running out, and they were going to just grab those weapons, because, you know, they left those weapons on the ground, and all the guys were on the roof. So it was pretty crazy. Hey, and I was so mad. I'm just like, oh, I see what you did there. Hey, you want me to wait till October to watch the new episode? It's very smart marketing right there. They leave you with a massive cliffhanger, right? So anyway, this episode was a crazy episode. Maybe not as good as Too Far Gone, but it was alright. I liked it. It was really good action and all that. And it's good to see how messed up Rick is, hey, after killing that guy with his teeth, with his mouth. That was pretty crazy. But, you know, just the whole Terminus situation where they're cannibals, hey, and it's not like they're just bad cannibals. They're really good at what they do. They're the best in the world at what they do, eh? They were the whole system planned out, eh? And it's like they had like this massive crazy candle room. It was just like, he's like, we don't care. It's like, we don't care about anyone. It's us before them, and all that crazy blah 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 blah. So really, those 6 people, how many people were there? Maybe a bit more than that now. That we saw those other people there. So really, the whole situation is about them surviving. So they'll go to any means necessary. We don't know if they're bad hunters yet, but yeah, we don't even know if they're called the hunters, eh? But, you know, in the comic books they're called the hunters, and they were really bad at hunting animals, so, you know, they hunt humans, because that's apparently easier. Okay? But, anyway, the thing that is really scary is that these guys are obviously very good at what they do. You saw all those dead bodies there with the spines and the bones. There was a lot of people being eaten. They were serving up all this food to everyone. I was like, okay, where'd you get the meat from? It's just pretty crazy that they're that good. They've gotten to a stage where they're that good at it that it's just nothing to them, mate. I don't know about that Gareth guy. I didn't really like. He just irritated me. His voice and his face and just the way he talked and his acting skills. I didn't really like him that much. But who cares what I think? You know, I'm only reviewing. Who cares? Anyway, for this episode, I would probably, out of a satisfactory to good to very good, I would probably rate this in the middle of good to very good. It was a pretty good episode. I did enjoy it. It was interesting. It was some pretty crazy stuff happening in it. I didn't think it went for as long as it should have, but who cares? It's The Walking Dead. Anything can happen. And this show is getting pretty damn dark. So anyway, let's wrap this video up here. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking because there's a lot to talk about. But there'll be videos for those anyway. So anyway, you know, like, comment, subscribe. Go back and check out all my other videos. Please subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Like this video. It also helps me out a lot. And comment, you know, comment because you can. I'm not going to tell you not to comment because, you know, comment if you want to. I don't care. But really, I'm looking for those likes and subs because, you know, that really helps me out a lot. And, you know, once you do that, you can go and check out all my other videos that I've done on The Walking Dead, all the other review videos, all the other prediction videos. Remember, this is my last review video for The Walking Dead Season 4. I'm not doing any more predictions videos for The Walking Dead Season 4 because it's gone, it's out, it's old news. Let's go to Season 5 now. Let's talk about Season 5, okay? So, you know, let's just, I'll be, you know, informing and updating and talking, and, of course, I'll be doing topic videos about this stuff. But, yeah. OCD, gotta do it 2 times. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Cheers.